Shalom, Israel. The I.S.U.P.K is hosting the Lord's 55th annual Passover with a all-access pass to the lamb slaughter, all-black party, scripture breakdown class, kids party, the Lord's 55th annual Passover, and the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Nobody selling you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
Clap it up, clap it up. Clap it up. Let's get it on. Nakim and Akwafian out there. We're going to, Commanding General YAHANNA is on its way. He'll be here. We're going to break down all of the stories of the day. This is a terribly dangerous time of year. And it would behoove all of you to tune into Commanding General YAHANNA and to watch the truth in the Israelite School of UPK closely, because we're here to save your life, especially during this time of year. It's a dangerous time for all of you. We're here tonight with General Mayat. Give him a hand. General, who else is here? Officer Marah, Officer Yediah, Officer Ibad, Officer Matamyad. Clap it up for him. Commanding General YAHANNA will be here shortly. We're going to go into the stories right now. Let's get it on. Officer Yediah. You put me up on this screen real fast, if you don't mind. Go ahead, if you're able to.
Come, sir. What we know about the Bondi Beach Hanukkah shooting?
Oh, man. Once again, I was trying to explain this to you, brothers and sisters. You see, the Israelite School of UPK has been around since 1969. Your Israelite group started yesterday. It started last week. And because of experience, we understand how dangerous this time of year is. This is the so-called holiday season. And holiday depression is on the run. And it wants to claim your life. You're going to see so many acts of violence this time of year. Already just yesterday, 2 days ago, there were 4 major acts of violence all throughout the planet Earth. Major acts of violence. And why? Because everyone is depressed. Everyone is sad. Because this time of year, demons are on the run. Because everyone is examining their life and comparing it to the promise that America gave you, to the promise that Australia gave you, to the promise that Brown University gave you. And everyone will compare their lives to the lie of American exceptionalism, and they're going to want to hurt somebody to feel better. They're going to want to take someone's life to feel better. And this is just one act of violence that we're going to speak about right now. Go ahead.
11 people have been killed in a shooting at Australia's Bondi Beach, which targeted the Jewish community, as more than 1,000 people attended an event to celebrate Hanukkah.
I mean, what a terrible thing out there in Australia. These Australian so-called Jewish people, they're out at some event trying to celebrate having their Hanukkah celebration, As most of you know that are in the truth, this is, I believe, the second day of Hanukkah we're in right now. Well, the so-called Jew, in his ignorance of thinking that he's the Jew, he was celebrating Hanukkah as well in Australia. But two men, a father and a son, came to this event and brutally killed, I think, 14 so-called Jewish people in Australia, which is an absolutely heinous act. Which is an act that the Israelite school of U.P.K condemns. The problem is, all my life I've hoped that Jewish people could ever at one time feel the pain of other people when they have been killed. You see, right now, the Israelite school of U.P.K condemns any acts of violence against anyone at all. But we've sat back over the years and watched Jewish people not condemn the acts of violence against black people, not condemn the acts of violence against Latinos. As a matter of fact, I remember this, Marah. I think about 3 years ago, a representative from the Israeli government came to America and said that the greatest threat to the land of Israel is black men in America. Do you recall that, Yediah? She said that. Now, this is during the time of George Floyd. This was during the time when we were being slaughtered by police officers while we were unarmed in America. And a white woman from Israel came to America and said, the greatest threat to the land of Israel is black men. Give me that video. And as I watched it, you know, my heart ached because I know what Jewish people went through during the so-called Holocaust. I know what Jewish people went through in Germany in the 1940s. I know what Jewish people went through in Russia under the Cossacks in Russia. And I always wondered, why can't they have a little compassion for someone else? Why is it that Jewish people have to be greedy with compassion? With compassion. You had times in history when you suffered, when you were in pain, when your mother and fathers were subjugated to oppression. Why don't you feel sorry for anyone else when they go through it? Well, I feel sorry for the Jewish people that died in Australia. It was a terrible thing. And there was a white man that went and put his life on the line and tackled one of the gunmen. Give that white man a hand now. We have the video. Some courageous white man went and tackled one of these gunmen, and he got shot twice in the process. He risked his life to save the lives of other people. It was an amazingly courageous act, and I applaud it. And I would just hope one day that Jewish people, as there's going to be an outpouring of compassion on Jewish people right now because they're suffering, and 14 of them were killed in Australia. Everyone is going to tell you that you cannot even criticize Jewish people because even the criticism could cause someone to hurt them. That's what you're going to hear right now on the news. And as I hear about it, I just wonder, will anyone say that you cannot criticize us? Will you tell Donald Trump that he can't call our country shitholes? Will you talk to the Congress? Will you talk to Donald Trump about how he speaks about Latinos? Will you tell Donald Trump the way you speak about Latinos could cause someone to hurt Latinos? Will you share grief with us? Can we grieve our dead? Can we be sad about the people that we've lost? Can we feel insult just like you feel insults? Can we do the same thing? All we would ask, as Jewish people are going through a terrible time yesterday, and it was a horrible event, all we would ask is that we could share compassion with you. Continue. Please.
The man that stopped it was an Arab. Ironically, the shooter was Arab, and the man that stopped him was Arab.
Look at that. Give me the video where she said that about black men. She said they're the greatest threat. An Arab man, the Arabs were shooting the Israelis, the so-called Jewish people in Australia. Another Arab man risked his life and tackled the assailant. Risking his life, he got shot twice. But he risked his life for those Jewish people, man, because it was the right thing to do. Do you understand? Like, everyone, we can all mourn our dead, and we can all be sorry for someone who's being oppressed. Jewish people can share compassion with the rest of us. It's like you're not even able to have compassion on the Palestinians. Salaki. Please, sir. You're not even able to have compassion on the Palestinians. And for, my God, for 100 years, 200 years, you haven't been able to have compassion on blacks and Latinos, even though Donald Trump is imprisoning them. And I just heard today, sir, on the news, they said, listen, all of these complaints about the Israelis, all of this criticism is causing people to commit acts of violence. And I said, my God, could someone tell that to Donald Trump? Donald Trump said that the young black kids in Chicago were born bad. They were born evil. Jewish people out there, you see how it feels to lose your family members? We've been through that, and that's terrible. And I'm sad that it happened to you. Could you call Donald Trump and tell him that when he says that black kids in Chicago are born bad, it might cause someone to hurt them? Could you tell Donald Trump that when he says that the Latinos are rapists and murderers and that they're no good, it might cause someone to hurt them? So we can share compassion. We'll have compassion on you. Share it with the rest of us. Share it. Share compassion with all the oppressed people of the earth. And then maybe love could reign. Maybe now people could say it's wrong to hurt someone simply because you're hurt. Because so-called Jewish people, we're in the holiday season, and there's a thing called holiday depression, and it is powerful. It's a powerful demon, seasonal depression. And we're just getting started. This is the first day of Hanukkah. We haven't even gotten to Christmas. We haven't gotten to so-called New Year's Eve. And there are so many depressed people, especially under Donald Trump, because he's starving everyone, starving his supporters, starving everyone. There are so many people that are depressed, and they're going to want to hurt someone simply because someone in the White House said something evil about them. Call Donald Trump. When you feel the pain of what happened in Australia, call Donald Trump and say, don't do that to Latinos too. Make sure that doesn't happen to Latinos. You have the video about that Jewish woman?
What's her name?
Is it? He has it. Yediah will send it to you. Sir, if you want to say anything, please.
I was just going to say that what you're saying is so heavy in that in this kingdom, they decide who you can have compassion on. They decide certain people you can have compassion on, you can care about, other people you're not supposed to care about. The stuff that he said even today about other nations, and like, what do you expect? Like Donald Trump, like a lot of white people, they stupid when it comes to what it is that they're supposed to be doing as a political leader. If you turn around and teach other nations that you hate them and you want them out your country and all of that, guess what? Then don't be surprised when they hate you. Don't be shocked when they turn around and hate you. All those same things he said was also said by the Israelis. What are you shocked about? What are you shocked about? That they got up and decided they was going to take revenge just like he takes revenge whenever he feels like it? Just like he lashes out with his tongue whenever he feels like it, other people are lashing out to him. Like you creating this kind of world. This world is being created by the works of your hands. You understand? We said this not years ago, but we said this back when they first started bombing the hell out of the Palestinians. We said that eventually you're going to see this in all the cities around the country. And sure enough, that's exactly what you're seeing. Right now, that stuff is coming home. That was Australia, right? That was Australia. Get ready. There's a lot of places where white Jews live, and these heathens are not black people. They ain't been in slavery 400 years like we've been. They haven't been in slavery that long. So they ain't totally broken where they ain't going to come back at you. They're going to come back at you. That's just the world that you live in. And because of it, you're going to see the whole world end up in the Third World War. Now you know what we've been saying. This is coming back home. This is part of the walk to the end of the world. That's what you're seeing now. I yield to what?
Please, sir. Yediah. Okay, go ahead. Sir, I think this happened during the George Floyd situation. This video that Miraz about to play right now.
Okay.
Please.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States. Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is...
I mean, sir, how sad?
Yeah.
How sad that is. After slavery, after the civil rights movement, after Medgar Evers, after 3 little children got burned to death in the church, after all of the assassinations, all of the lynchings, a high-level person from the Israeli government comes to America and says that their biggest problem is young black men in America. And not even white Americans stood up and said, hey, don't talk about them here. They're Americans. Like, where were the Americans in the room saying, wait a minute, Israelis? Black people are American citizens. Don't speak evil of them on American soil. Right. No one stood up for us. No one said you shouldn't speak like that about them. You know what? There's a myth, sir. I'm sure you've heard it. That Jewish people are greedy when it comes to money. You've heard that. Yeah. That's a trope about Jewish people, that they're greedy. And everyone says that, and it's a stereotype. But what I would ask Jewish people is, don't be greedy with compassion. Can't someone else get compassion? Like, can't there be you who suffered, and can't we also suffer, and someone could have compassion on us? Or are you the only one that anyone is allowed to feel sorry for? You're the only one that anyone is allowed to cry for. You're the only victim on the planet Earth. Then you're greedy with compassion. Then you keep all of the compassion to yourself, and that is wrong. It was a terrible thing that happened in Australia. Terrible things happen to us, and you consider us the problem. And sir, if I could, I guarantee they put this blame at your feet, because there is only one reason that the Israelis are saying that the #1 problem in America is black men. It's because you are making black men Israelites. That is the only reason. That is the whole point that she's saying that. And they're hearing about it over in Russia with the millions of hits on those videos from out of the brother in the camp in Minnesota, Kudas Zion. They're hearing about it in Israel, that black men are becoming Israelites. And in her mind, that means that no one should feel any compassion on us at all. So, like you, sir.
If I could, give it up for gentlemen. That was so right. That's not right. But if I could add to what you're saying, let me prefix it with this, if I could. Please. I turned on a tape today about Chicago, and they had a city council member in Chicago who was a concealed carry owner, and he got pulled over by the cops. They asked him if he had a weapon. He said, yes, I got a concealed carry card. He did not tell them who he was. They ran it. They said, well, it's in the system. It's showing as void, or, suspended or something like that. He said, no, it's not. I even confirmed it with the state police myself. They said, well, we'll have to go to the precinct and sort it out. They arrested him. Yeah, arrested him. He had the cards and everything. They arrested him. Then they took him, arrested him, went through the whole thing. Then eventually they dropped the charges on him. Then they said the statistics on all these black people who every time they get pulled over, if they have a concealed carry, supposedly Chicago PD still arrest them, takes their gun and all that, lets them go through the whole system, and then lets them out. And they said the reason that Chicago PD does this is so that when they come out with their statistics on how many illegal guns they took off of the street, they include all those legal black people that have guns. So they taking some illegal guns, but they taking guns from people that's legal. And so, but they keep those people's names in their stats, so it looks like they taking tons of guns off the street. And my point is this, and here's what the brother said. They said, well, how did you feel when they did that? And the brother said, I was absolutely terrified. I was terrified for my life. And I looked at first, I said, man, I know how you feel. Then I thought for a moment, I paused. And you know what I realized? I realized something that the Lord showed us in the UPK a long time ago. You should not be a black leader if you are afraid of the people that oppress us. You should not do it. You should not become a city council if you're scared of the cops when they pull you over. If you're not going to fight for black people till they die, till you die for the rest of your life, you should not become a black leader, because black leaders have to be courageous. It's part of the job description. You can't be a black leader and not be courageous. Now, this brother was scared to death, which means what? He can't really do anything for black people because he don't have the courage to do it. He wouldn't even tell them what his status in the society was. He was that terrified that he didn't want to tell them, I'm a city council member. I run your commissioner. You understand? He wouldn't even tell them that. And so they took him, dragged him to jail and all that. Eventually, all of it got cleared up, of course. But my point is this. Here's the problem. Here's why black people are such a threat to the white Jews and why they had to have this secret meeting. Because here's what you don't even understand or realize is this. You don't realize how much wealth is going back to the state of Israel from your back. You have no idea. A lot of you heard of Raleigh, North Carolina, right? Known to be a black town. Am I wrong? Black town, Raleigh. Black people all in it. The culture is black, all of that. Meanwhile, the majority of the town is owned by white Jews, and you never even knew it. The convention center that just burned down last week or 2 weeks ago, somebody burnt the convention center down. The convention center was owned by the white Jews. And more importantly than that, the newspaper, the main newspaper in the city, owned by the white Jews. So they own that. One of the oldest synagogues in the United States, owned by the white Jews. So they in your town with your black culture. Meanwhile, they run into town. Raleigh, North, the South always had low rent, right or wrong. Lower than the North. Go down there now. Go to Raleigh now. The rents in Raleigh are the same as New York City. You know why? Because it's owned by the white Jews, and they running the rent prices through the damn roof. They enslaving black people and starving black people. And furthermore, how foul is the United States to allow a group of people with a religion that believes that all the other nations are to be enslaved, and then allows them to prey on another group of people, meaning they agree with them that we're the Goya. They agree with them. So they let them buy up real estate in all over the country and predatorize us with their real estate. Donald Trump did the same thing. Donald Trump and his father got fined millions of dollars for throwing people out of their rentals, for doing practices to lock them out, for taking contracts to do stuff for the people that rented his places and then never carrying it out. He got fined millions for it. And what's happening is this all over the country. It's not just there. What you don't know is New York City was built to finance the state of Israel, man, in part by clandestine services in the United States. Why do you think they ended up owning? They own 98% of the real estate in the United States, in New York City. 98. That little 2% is all the real estate you see other people owning. The little houses or little buildings that's 2%. All them high rises they own in New York City. It was built for them. And what you don't know is that Atlanta, Georgia, that's why she was operating in Atlanta. Why is there a cabinet member of the Israeli Knesset operating in Atlanta, Georgia. And Atlanta, Georgia, to be a black town, known to be a black town. Why is he operating? Why is she operating in Atlanta, Georgia? Here we go again. It never ends. Meaning they own everything in Atlanta. You're down there struggling and starving. I remember going down to Atlanta not too long ago, not the recent times, I'm talking a few years back. And black people were outraged at how much the rents were exploding in Atlanta all of a sudden. And that's how you ended up with that big homeless group you got. Atlanta is known now for having a massive homeless population. Why? They all got kicked out of their houses because them rents went from $500 and $600 to $1,200 and $1,300 after the COVID-19. And many black people ended up in the streets, on drugs, broken, couldn't get jobs. Why? Because they own the damn town. So black towns all over this country that you think black people own, black people got culture in. They take 2 blocks, let you buy those little 2 blocks and call it like cultural town. So that you come to Atlanta, see all these other restaurants that people have to rent at high prices. You think the town is black. Atlanta is a white Jewish town. Raleigh, North Carolina is a white Jewish town. Durham, North Carolina, a white Jewish town. Houston, Texas, a white Jewish town. New York City, a white Jewish town. And that's why they're afraid of you. They're afraid that you're going to wake up, that you studying the internet, you finding your way to the truth. You starting to believe in God. Bivens' story is the same going on now. He studied about the so-called Jew and learned his ways and thought that he was doing the right thing by being as sincere as he can to the white Jews to be a man of God, until he read in the scriptures and saw that, guess what? The white Jews are not the Jews, that you are the real Jews, that they are the fake Jews, like it says in Revelation, and that you would find your way back to who you are. And so here's the threat. Here's why she's so afraid, because you're going to find your way back to who you are. And when you open your eyes and see who you are, then they are in trouble. I ain't even get to the music industry, the prison industry. We got bigger industries than that. Okay. Tons of your food industries are run by them. Tons of them are run by them. The big stores that used to, Macy's, Gimbals, all those big chain stores, guess who owns them? The white Jews. And of course, some of their investors. And meanwhile, so here's the situation. You have been the food for these people. You're the food for them. And it is why they work to build you up, but keep you in place. It's also why they fought so hard for civil rights. Yeah, they was in the civil rights movement with Martin Luther King. I know I'm running on. Bear with me, y'all. They was in the civil rights movement, hand in hand with Martin. Why? Because they wanted blacks to get civil rights. Why? Because the more blacks got civil rights, the more money they could earn. They would be free to make more money. And something else, they would no longer be trapped in the black community. So they would venture out the black community. Sears and Roebuck, a Jew and a black man. All them stores we left that was ours and went to theirs, guess what? It was the so-called Jew that got rich while the civil rights movement got passed. Because you didn't have any white-owned businesses, but you went to the white-owned businesses. You left the black businesses and went to the white businesses. And what happened? The usual thing happened. Your businesses got shut down. Their businesses grew and grew and grew. They heavy into the medical industry now. You understand? Why is it, explain this to me. Why is it that the music industry cannot quantify how much wealth is being drawn from the music industry into the coffers of the Israeli government, man? Why is it none of that being broadcast? Why is it you can't never get the statistics on that? Why you can't get the statistics on how many of them own the real estates that we stay in? They've just sophisticated slavery, man. And it is why you seem like you can't never get ahead. I saw something yesterday that was absolutely amazing to me. Even though I've seen this 10 billion times, it still was amazing to me. I'm standing on the corner. The brothers is shoveling snow. And I'm just standing there. And a brother comes up the street, you know, rolling hard. And I'm thinking, let me keep an eye on this cat. He looking a little weird, like the way he coming up. He walks up to the corner. You know what he does? He pulls out a blunt and starts smoking the blunt, and then pulls out something out of a box. I don't know if this is new. It looked like some kind of powdered herb or something. He threw that in his mouth and then kept on smoking. When he got finished, he could barely walk. And you know what he did? Walked right up the block and went in his house. Like it was nothing. I said, that's what they've done to us. They've broken us down to just being a drug addict. And that's where they need us to be. They don't want you awake. And damn it, you better wake up because Christ is coming back. This whole place is about to fall apart as we're going to bring out tonight. You had better wake up now. Those of you that were not strong, you better get strong right now. I'm sorry, I yield.
No, please.
What?
And General Mayak is here as well, sir.
Salaki, General, you jumping in? General Mayak.
Sir, you got it.
You die?
Brown University shooting manhunt resets with release of person of interest.
So this is another terrorist attack. They had one in Australia, I think, claimed the lives of 14 people. This is one at Brown University, which is somewhere in the East Coast, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where Brown University is.
Somebody look up Brown. I think
Brown
it's in
University.
Massachusetts or something.
Sounds right to me.
Up there with MIT and all of them. I'm not sure.
But
somebody look that up.
Someone went and I think unalived 2 people and got away with it.
Yeah.
And they're on at large right now, and they haven't found them yet.
Killed a little pretty white girl.
Did they? Oh my goodness.
Oh, violated the one violation you cannot violate.
Boy, oh boy, it was a terrible day.
That manhunt is huge.
No, please, it's all over the place. Go ahead.
And I think it's in Idaho. I think it's in Idaho, next to Connecticut, somewhere.
Okay.
Rhode Island, yeah.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
I don't know if she was in a satellite though. She may not have been in Rhode Island, right? Was the shooting in Rhode Island, yo?
I think it was there wherever.
Because Brown got other campuses.
I think this was the main one.
Main campus.
I'm not positive.
Yeah. Huh? Main campus in Rhode Island. That's where they keep them. They like to keep them top universities up there. You know why, right? There ain't much of you up there in that cold.
Yeah.
You know, man. They like them up there. MIT and all of them, Stanford, like pushing them up north. Get nice and away from you. Go ahead.
Colonel McCon, sir, the search for a gunman in the deadly Brown shooting. What? The search for the gunman in the deadly Brown shooting remains ongoing after officials in Providence, Rhode Island, announced late Sunday that a detained person of interest would be released from custody.
But this, sir, they originally arrested somebody.
Yeah.
And he just wasn't the cat. And they had to let him go. They had to let him go.
Cut that boy loose.
Right.
Had a good lawyer, good MIT lawyers. Yeah.
You died?
Khan, the gunman definitely targeted Brown University, and authorities are looking for other possible motives, officials said Monday.
I don't know. He looked a little Arabic. That was a little Arabic walk I saw on Fox News. Him going around that corner had a little falafel walk. It was like a little halal walk on that thing. I mean, I'm just saying. You know, I
don't know.
It says it's no longer illegal to profile no more.
That's what they said. That's right.
So,
that's
you know,
right.
man, I just looked.
That's
what it looked like.
That's
Look,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a terrible thing, and if I could, this is another death that you can lay at the feet of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
This is all his fault. All of this depression that everyone is going to feel because about 3 million people are about to lose their health care. I mean, in 2 weeks.
Yep.
3 million people are going to lose their health care. The farmers are getting welfare. The same farmers that wanted to get rid of DEI and get rid of welfare in Harlem and in Mississippi and Memphis went and begged for welfare, and no one is saying they shouldn't get it.
Nobody.
No one is saying that they need to pick themselves up by their own bootstraps, pay their own bills. You know what would happen if farmers didn't get welfare? You have 1 or 2 big farms, and the rest would have to go live on public assistance.
Yes, they would.
But no, the farmers are going to get welfare. Donald Trump is going to spread poverty and depression on Christmas, for Christmas time.
And Muhammad, if I could just
Please.
add, I'm going to give it right back to you. But do they not say that the welfare system makes us lazy? That sometimes we on the welfare system 2 and 3 generations.
Oh, yeah.
Well, those farmers own them farms for 6 and 7 generations, and they got no problem giving them a welfare check. It's a lot.
Listen, I think about every industry that went through this.
The car industry.
What's the main one that Home Depot destroyed?
Oh, the hardware store.
Hardware store.
Yes.
A hardware store. Everybody had a hardware store,
Yep.
a little mom and pop hardware store.
Yep.
Home Depot came and they're gone.
That's right.
And it's Home Depot. And without welfare, there would be about 3 or 1 farmer in America, and the rest would have to go get a job.
That's right.
Which is where those farmers should be, out getting a goddamn job instead of begging the government for welfare.
That's right.
And it shocks me that no one is going to tell the farmers that they're lazy.
Right.
These farmers are lazy, sir.
Okay.
These are some lazy farmers out here.
Listen, you so right. You so right. The farmers don't even farm their land.
Oh,
they're gonna farm. They got the I.S.U.P.K, the so-called Mexicans, farming their land for substandard wages. And listen, I've been out there. You know, I had a trucking company. So I used to shoot my trucks all out into rural Pennsylvania, rural New York, rural Maryland. And brother, if you see the housing that these farmers were living on during the farming season, brother, these houses look horrible, filthy, bad running water, no insulation, nothing. Houses terrible. And these farmers go out there with their wives and working sun up to sundown. And listen, some of them come in on the rail train. They don't even come in like regular. They come in on the rail train and they just know from word of mouth where to jump off the train. They get their bag, jump off the train, walk miles down to a farm, and they just wave them in. These farmers, in many cases, don't even know who's farming their land. They pay you by the basket. You go out there, you picking the vegetables or the fruit. When your basket is full, you walk your basket to wherever they ask you to drop it at. They hand you the cash for that basket. You go back out there. They don't know you from Joe Blow. Don't care nothing about you. Don't even want to talk to you. They ain't even worried about whether you speak English or not. But when Donald Trump came along, like you said, I don't mean to cut you off.
Please.
But when Donald Trump came along and said, we got to get rid of them. They're criminals. They're rapists. They're this, they're that. You farmers were so racist and so used to being racist against the poor. That's the amazing part about you, is that you are racist against the poor and the suffering. You are the Antichrist because you hate the very people that Christ said you should love. Anybody poor and struggling and suffering, you hate them. And you hate these Mexicans so much who is making you rich. You got the big house. You go out to them farms. I tell you, I used to deliver to them. You go out to them farms. As you coming up the road, it's a big, beautiful house in the front with land around it, dogs, nice cars, brand new Jeeps. Mm-hmm. But the farm is half a mile in, and back there is where the Mexicans live in hell. That's right. It's ridiculous. They was living deliciously, as lazy, like you said, as they wanted to be. But they were so racist against the very people who built their farm that they voted for Donald Trump, never even thinking about the people who was working their land. They hated them that much until like when the Lord is so beautiful. He's so right. I don't mean beautiful in a feminine way. Please. No cat. Like he's so righteous that he let them vote for Donald Trump. He let the wind get in their chest. He let their racism inflame. ICE came dragging people off the farm. Some of the Mexicans ran and hid in the woods. Just left the farm because they didn't even want to wait around until the ICE agents came. And brother, them Edomites woke up one day and said, "Wait a minute, our business is wiped out. Our money is wiped out. And brother, when it went down like that, it was so right to see you on tape saying, I voted for Donald Trump. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm out of business. We've been 5 generations of farmers and we lost everything. It was beautiful. It was beautiful because some lessons can only be taught with punishments. Some lessons got to be taught with revealing your hypocrisy. And that's exactly what is in many of you farmers. And even this is another hypocrisy, because here we are now that you got rid of them, Elon Musk didn't get the robots in place fast enough. So now you really need Donald Trump to get that money. And of course, him being another ridiculous racist, he went and got y'all some welfare checks. Welcome to the welfare system. You know what I'm saying? You got your EBT card, farmers? I yield.
Can I back you up, sir? And I have more proof that these farmers are lazy and they're addicted to welfare. They're welfare queens. You know what's some more proof that farmers are welfare queens? That music they listen to. Have you heard that music, sir? Oh, those farmers listen to music that is only about drinking beer and getting drunk. Have you heard of Jelly Roll, sir?
No.
There's some fat man named Jelly Roll with a face full of tattoos. Only talks about drinking Budweiser, getting drunk. Every country music song is about drinking. All you farmers are doing is you drinking all day. I've heard that music you listen to.
Pretty degenerate.
It's degenerate music, sir. I hate to hear somebody blasting it. I call the cops. If I hear that country music, I'm calling the police because that music is about getting drunk and smoking weed.
And
that is all it's about.
That is not healthy.
Hell no, not in my neighborhood.
That's right.
Not in my neighborhood are you going to play that country music full of drunkenness, Budweiser drinking, and getting in bar fights. Not in my neighborhood, sir. Give it a lock. I can't have it.
And if I may, if I may, the problem with the average white person that own a farm or anywhere else is that they thought Donald Trump in his administration was one of them. They voted for him because just because he's racist like them, they think he's one of them, and he'll look out for his fellow white person. But what they don't know that Donald Trump and his billionaires don't look at them, the average white person, like they the same, like he's one of them. He's in his own world. He can't even relate to them struggling at the grocery store and all the things they struggle at, or running their farms and what it takes. He can't relate to that. He's in there for himself. He knows the life of a billionaire. That's why he get on TV and baffles the world by saying the economy is great. Groceries are going down. Everything's fine while everybody's struggling because he just can't relate to them. And they vote for a man. They probably thought he would make the Mexicans work for free. Like they wouldn't even have to give them a few pennies no more. Probably thought that he would bring slavery back and have black people working their farms for damn near free. But lo and behold, Donald Trump can't relate to their needs and what they feel. He want the Mexicans out of the country. He want the Hispanics out of the country. He'd rather have an all-white nation when history proves, and I forget this Edomite name, he always bringing up white people's origins and their history. Like when white people ain't got other races and cultures to be racist against and fight and kill, they start killing each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they don't understand about Donald Trump and his thinking. He ain't thinking about what the farmer goes through, what the white collar worker goes through, and what they paying for milk and groceries and gas and their small little businesses they trying to keep afloat. Donald Trump he only understands billions and millions. You understand, and trade with countries. Like his business is getting other countries to give him $10 billion for a favor. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you give it up for General. Was you done, Maya Slogan?
I yield, General. I yield.
Like what you saying so heavy because he just pardoned the president of Honduras. They said this cat brought $4 billion. Some ridiculous, some number you can't really quantify. You know, it's some grillion. It just sounds like the billions and billions of damn cocaine I don't even be hearing the number no more. It'd be so ridiculous. The amount of cocaine he was convicted for. He's supposed to be, his son's supposed to go to jail. That's how much time he's supposed to get. They supposed to be getting like, listen, we're going to just put you in jail till your grandson turns 60. You understand? And meanwhile, Donald Trump pardoned him. He wrote a letter to Donald Trump, said, man, Biden did this to me. And Donald Trump is a hateful cat. Like Biden, the man is already, he lost the election. The man's mental health then went down. And you hate the man to this day. You've been in office. You got the whole thing. And still he hate this cat. His vengeance just he can't get enough. His vengeance can't be satisfied. Like the cat wrote, this cat sell $4 billion worth of dope in America. All he got to do is write a letter to Donald Trump. Can somebody find that letter? Let me show you. Is this letter he wrote to Donald Trump? This how you get off. You ever get locked up and you need Donald Trump to give you a pardon like the January 6th? This what you write to Donald Trump. Somebody please find me that letter. Because, brother, he told Donald Trump, man, the Biden administration, and called Donald Trump like the great leader, you know, that fought persecution. Like Donald Trump want to be a hero, even though he's a and a coward. Yes, but he want to be seen like he's a hero. And brother, the Lord is in the midst. You understand? Anybody find it real quick?
And General, till I get that video.
Huh?
Did y'all see the videos on the news?
You might have the video, Mayak. No. Huh? Oh, that's a still shot. Go ahead, Mayak. Slock it.
On Steve, they showed Donald Trump, right? He fell asleep while meeting with one of these foreigners, some female. I forget what country, but he fell asleep. He nodding, and while she talking, he sleep. He wakes up out of his sleep and says $12 billion.
Damn.
It had nothing to do with nothing. He woke up out of his sleep on live TV while this woman is talking, and just to act like he in the conversation, he just blurted out $12 billion. And I think she paused and started talking like to keep it going, whatever she was saying. So yeah.
God.
Show where his mind is, and that's what he's thinking about all the time. Hustling.
Listen, I gotta go ahead, Mayak. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. Just that he's a hustler. That's his mind frame, is to get more billions. I yield.
No, you right. Hey, Marak, can you turn Mayak up a little bit? We can hear him good and strong up in the room. Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was too loud. I'm trying to speak low because I thought Marak said I was too loud.
You speak regular, Mayak. We're gonna adjust you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just do your thing. Yeah, we'll adjust you.
Most High Christ.
Damn right. All right. So I don't know if it means you got to turn all of us up, but if you can get Mayak up, I think you turned me up just now. But if you can get Mayak up, we can hear him a little clearer, right? All right, let's keep on rolling. You got the letter? Please put me on the letter. Read that letter.
Khan,
this is what he wrote to Donald Trump.
Khan. It says, to His Excellency Donald J. Trump, President of the United States. Mr. President, I have hesitated to send this letter knowing the immense demands of your office, but the grave injustice I now endure compels me to appeal directly to you.
Like talk about humility. He the president of Honduras, and he got to call him Your Excellency. And you know what I mean? He got to humble down, which is just like the Roman Empire. Go ahead,
Khan.
Thank the Lord we living in the end. We got to deal too much more of this. Go ahead, Slock.
Khan. I write to you from a federal penitentiary unjustly serving a 45-year sentence, effectively a life sentence given my age. Just as you, President Trump, I have suffered political persecution.
Just like you, President. Just like you, Mr. Trump. Go ahead.
Targeted by the Biden-Harris administration.
Woo.
Not for any wrongdoing.
He blamed them for that felony. He gonna get them for that felony. Go ahead. I'm sorry, you done.
Go, sir. It says, I have suffered political persecution targeted by the Biden-Harris administration, not for any wrongdoing, but for political reasons.
You can stop right there. Brother, he went home. He went home after billions, and all the black men sitting in prison marijuana, for weed. Like they don't get a break. And damn near like law and order, you shouldn't be looking for a break. You should respect the laws. If you do the crime, you do the time. All that is all good to shove in our face. But when there's some, I bet you some of that billions he got off of that drug money, I bet you some of that gonna find its way into powerful political circles. I bet you that much. You understand? Like it ain't written on the cover of the letter, but I bet you somewhere in there, you understand, there's some investments in there. But blacks and Latinos, there's no justice, no real justice for you. Justice in America is who could you pay off? Who the hell can you buy? That's what justice in America for. People get political offices so they could make money off of you paying them for your influence. That's what it's about. People starve in America because the things that's supposed to go to them go to somebody who already got more than they should have, but they got enough to pay the politician off so they can get even more. So the more those that have get more and more and more because of their corruption, and those that don't have nobody to stand for them. And that's why, brother, you can pick your religion if you want to. I'm going with the God of Israel. You know why? Because of damn right, the God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he's the only God that went to go get somebody out of slavery. He went and got somebody that was no benefit to him. They was in captivity, broken and destroyed. And he went and got them because they was his inheritance. He didn't turn around and say, I want to see what they're going to give me or what they owe me or how they're going to pay me or are they going to pay me off to go and stop the Egyptians. He said, hell no, they're mine and I'm coming to get them. And brother, that's exactly what's going to happen in America, because if you sit around waiting for a politician to do what's right for you, you're a fool. And that's what you Christians have done and you black leaders have done. And because of it, we're in the worst place. We're in the worst existence that black people could ever be in that existence, man. And all that we have is tied to this kingdom every which way. Every which way is tied to this kingdom. And all the devil could say is, if you don't like it, leave. But meanwhile, he ain't even saying leave with all your wealth and power and your land and your history, and we'll pay you for everything we've done to you. You didn't say that. You just want us to walk away empty-handed because you're a ruthless, ruthless beast when it comes to doing the things the right way, which is why Christ is so important in our world. I yield. So lock it, y'all. Damn right.
He did it to himself. Shannon Sharpe gets emotional after Michigan coach is forced out and his unexpected admission sparks instant blowback.
Keep going.
Calm. Shannon Sharpe emphasized with former University of Michigan football coach Sharon Moore after he was fired for reportedly having an inappropriate relationship with a staff member.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, you die. Please.
So the head coach of Michigan, which is a prestigious Power 5 school in the NCAA, their coach, Sherman Moore, I believe he might be their first black head coach, had an affair with one of his female staff members. He hired this little OnlyFans white girl, boosted her salary, and then once his wife found out about it, you know what I mean? Well, the girl that he hired threatened to tell his wife. Mm-hmm. And, you know, and the university found out.
He would have got fired.
He was getting fired regardless, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Because he put this girl on the staff, boosted her salary by like $40,000, I believe, after like the first year, and then she threatened to, you know, expose it to his wife, and he threatened to kill her.
So this story is, you know, coming out the walls.
Good night.
With this brother, like Officer Yediah said, first black coach at the University of Michigan, which is gigantic. He's already married to a white woman. Went out and got another white woman and doubled her salary because she worked for him. And then when she threatened to expose him through blackmail, he threatened to kill her and himself, and now he's in jail.
Dang.
And this story on so many levels is an example of why you must be in the Israelite school of UPK. Like this story, everything he did was something that we teach men not to do. Every last thing.
Every turn.
Every last turn. We've told you for years not to have sex with white women. And so many of you brothers, you think that, you know, the one you give the wedding ring to is the important choice in life, when in actuality, the one you have sex with is the important choice in life. Yeah, he went and had sex with 2 white women.
So
ruined his life.
And
then after he had sex with the second white woman, he was so ashamed and going to be so vilified for having 2 women that he attempted suicide and murder. All because he couldn't just accept having 2 women.
Right.
He couldn't do it. He had to be a man who only has 1 woman. So now what is this? So now this bimbo that he went out and married, and I don't know, sir, because there are some allegations that the University of Michigan sent her to him as a honey trap.
Damn.
There's some allegations I've heard about that, sir, because they wanted to fire him anyway.
They wanted his black ass out of there.
And put a young blonde-haired white girl right in front of him.
Do just what he liked.
Just what he cannot resist.
Do just what his taste was.
You're not here. Go
Come on.
ahead.
Okay, if I could, sir, what General Muhammad is saying is so heavy because other women, you know what I mean, who put themselves out there on the internet have come out and said that one of them even said that he tried to have a foursome with her and 3 other women, and he messaged the one girl from prison.
Damn.
Can I back you up more, Officer Yadai?
Come on.
There was a clause in his contract that said if they fired him without cause, they would owe him $15 million.
Right.
But him having sex with that employee was cause.
Damn.
And so now they do not have to pay
God
him
damn.
$15 million. It's on the internet. Google it.
Night, Muhammad.
There are some allegations that was a setup, sir.
Now, are you telling me that this fool went and blew $15 million on them pigtails? God damn, what has happened to us here?
It's a terrible thing.
Woo! 15 million he blew on
right.
that little
That's right.
on a flat ass.
That's right.
Good night.
And gave double her salary. And think about every hard-working sister at that college.
Then don't never get their salary
doctorate,
double.
going to college day and night, you know, going to on school online, raising kids at home. He doubles a young white girl's salary. He already is giving another white girl all his money at home. He goes to work and finds a new white girl to give his money to, and then loses his contract because now the university has just cause to fire. This is everything we teach against. And I don't know when you brothers aren't going to start listening, man.
No, you ain't
like,
lying.
I know who they are listening to, that Christian church.
Yep.
That Christian church that says you can love whoever you want to love.
That's right.
Don't seem like it at Michigan.
Yep.
Seem like Michigan say you can't love who you want to love.
Right.
I always hear, love, conquers all. And
right.
You can't stop love. Yeah, you can't stop love. You can't legislate love.
Right.
That's what Kamala said.
Right.
Kamala said you can't legislate love. You can't do it. Seems like Michigan says you can't legislate love if it's a white girl and a black man.
$15 million.
$15 million. They legislating the hell out of love.
You better not love.
You better know.
Go ahead. If I could, sir, would make it all the worse, sir. He just won the national championship like a year or 2 ago.
They knew he was valuable, but they knew he had a problem. A problem they didn't want to have to deal with. What a weak dude. That's a hell of a weakness to have. You know what I mean? And to go get a poor white girl. If you gonna get a white girl that you got to raise her salary. Good night. You got some trailer trash then if you gotta raise her salary. You know what I'm saying? And possibly set him up.
So they always get caught like that. That's the same theme. Every so-called black man that get money that go for these white girls always get a poor one. Every time. It's always the same thing. From Tiger Woods. Tiger Woo. From him all the way up and down, they always get the poor ones, and they always take them for money. Always. And the reason why that's going on with y'all, man, y'all are denying your heritage. Yep. You are denying who you are. You don't want to know who you are. The Lord gave you certain instructions to do. You don't want to do it. Give me Romans 15:4, you die. You don't want to do it, man. Like a lot of y'all cats want to get rid of the Old Testament, especially the Apocrypha, like it don't matter. All that matters, man. And because you don't want to acknowledge and get down with it, these things are happening to you. This is what's going on. Read out.
Concert, Romans chapter 15 and verse 4.
Come on.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
The word afore is a prefix, which means before in time and order. So what was written before Paul? The New Testament, the Old Testament. And the things written aforetime, go ahead, brother.
Concert, were written for our learning.
For our what?
Our learning.
You're going to learn how to live your life the right way. So you don't get punished out here. You don't get fleeced out here for money. Now, what you going to learn from? Give me Tobit. Is it the second chapter in Tobit? What's the one in Tobit where it's talking about not getting another nation? Get it for me, brother. And when you get to tell everybody where you at. This is what you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to really live your life the right way. So these things don't happen to you. You understand? Get totally embarrassed on national television. Yeah, it don't matter if you was a good coach or not. They won't still fire you. You understand? You gone. Done deal.
And got out of it. Didn't have to pay a dime.
All that money. All that money because you refuse to acknowledge your heritage. You understand? It's to who you are. So now this is what's going on with you. Read out.
Concert, Tobit chapter 4 verse 12.
Now when it says you're going to learn from the Old Testament, y'all need to learn this. This is what God said. Read.
Concert, Tobit 4 and 12. Beware of all whoredom.
The Lord said, don't be no whore out here, man. Don't be no hoe. Go ahead.
My son.
And he's talking to brothers. He's talking to black men. Like, don't be no hoe out here. Stop being hoes out here. You getting played. Go ahead.
Concert. And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
Say it again.
And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
If you're a so-called black man, Hispanic, Native Indian, you are part of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand me? Your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Take a wife from that lineage. You understand? Take a wife for the seed of your forefathers, not the other nations. The so-called white man, he is Esau. He's another nation. You are not taken for your wife, no matter what nobody says. The Lord says this here. Read.
Concert. And take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe.
Go ahead.
For we are the children of the prophets.
If you would come into I.S.U.P.K, you sit your butt down and learn. You're going to learn who you are, and you're going to know that you are the children of them prophets that's written about in the Bible. You're going to know. And because if you learn who you are, you're going to know, okay, there are things I cannot do. There are some things I can do. But this thing here, I can't do no more. I can't go out there and keep getting all these so-called white girls. Esau in the Bible. You understand? Can't do it no more. And if he knew that he would have lost that. How much money he lose, sir?
$15 million.
Woo! $15 million.
On some Pintos.
He lost $15 million on some Pintos,
you know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous.
Good.
But you know what? That's it. That's this cat's fault. All y'all cats with all this money get rich and get wealthy and go do the same exact thing every time. Y'all all do the same thing. You know why? Because you reject who you are. You understand? You reject who you are. Lord, because you reject my knowledge, I'm going to destroy you. And that brother got destroyed like everybody else. You know what I mean? So that's all I want to bring out.
Damn right. Go ahead.
So, and it seems like this money, man, you get enough money, it transforms your brain. It's like Satan take over. Like you think you ain't black no more. You ain't part of the regular no more. You understand? Even a sidebar, Puff Daddy, right? In his documentary, he out shaking hands with the people for some reason. He had to shake hands with the public and talk to normal people. Some guy gave him a jacket, asked him to put it on. He put it on. When he got in the car after that, he felt disgusted. He said, "Ooh, I need some hand sanitizer. Man, I got to take me a bath, man. See, I got to do that stuff. You know, sometimes you got to do that stuff, but man, I need to get under the water, hot water. Like he felt disgusting being around the common black people because his mind was so high because he got so much money. And a lot of these rich black men, man, and they hanging around white people, and they in their mind, they're a whole different status. And that white girl is just the prize. All my hard work, I deserve this girl. I deserve that blonde hair and them blue eyes. I deserve to bully her in the bedroom and let her look at me. They feel like they the master now. You understand? And then they get caught up because these same old podunk white girls be taking all their billions of dollars. I yield, sir.
Damn, that was heavy, Mike. What you said. Like they sit up there and get with that white girl, and then they feel like they the master, feel empowered, feel like they left blackness, and now they all the way in the white world and untouchable. And boy, oh boy, that sheet come out from under you. The Lord, he see you. He see you in the dark. He see your vile mind towards your own people. And he pulled that rug, like you said, Maya. You start thinking you like a white man. You got the power. Now you can just belittle other black people and definitely belittle little pink toes. You feel like you where you should not be. And boy, the Most High will shut you down. The Lord killed 250 black leaders by the hand of Moses in the desert. Open the ground up, brother. So when you see a black leader all up there kissing whitey's behind, know that God killed 250 of them at one time. Listen, and then killed thousands of us because we were sad that the Lord killed them. The Lord killed them, and then we was like, dang, that wasn't right, Lord. And the Lord killed us. So you ain't like I killed them niggas, them no good bastards. I'm gonna kill you and start killing us, so much so that Moses had to run out between the dead and the living with the same incense they brought to sacrifice and bring it before the Lord so that the Lord would stop the killing. Like Moses ran out, him and Aaron ran out there between the people and asked the Lord, please, because that's how much killing he was bringing that plague right on to kill. That's how mad he was at those no good, low life black leaders. You love your preacher in the church, T.D. Jakes and these slime balls. God killed them when we got out of here. They was leaders in Egypt. They had power in Egypt. They were governors in Egypt. They had great power. And when they got out in the wilderness, they didn't like the fact that this cat Moses had all this power and they blew it. Just like when Obama won, Jesse Jackson got mad. Remember that? Jesse Jackson said, I would like to strip his balls out from under him. Didn't he not? He said that. He said, I'd like to strip his balls out from under him. When people heard that, they were like, whoa. Well, damn, Jesse, what's going on? Because they up there, they evil and they slime balls and they fight against one another, just like my bringing out. And they begin to think they beyond who they are. And then the Lord got to bring them down. And he sure did it to them out there in that wilderness. They thought they was big and bad. They was going to overthrow Moses. Turn around and told Moses, you take on too much. We going to step in now and do this and do that and do this. The Most High went and put them to death out there, man. Because these cats, they the ones who never think of us. They sit in their houses and while we suffer and die, they would not lift a finger to help the Lord's chosen people who are their people to go and fix their lives. But guess what? The Most High's judgment is not like you like it to be. It's going to be the way he wants it to be. Salaki, I yield.
You're
damn right. Here we go.
3 Americans killed by ISIS gunmen in Syria, U.S. military says.
Yeah, that was a hurt piece, man. West Virginia took a hard one on that. Go ahead. You don't want to jump in? Please, go ahead. Go ahead, you dad.
Sir. 2 U.S. soldiers and a civilian interpreter have been killed in Syria in an ambush by an Islamic State, ISIS. The U.S. Central Command, CENTCOM, has said. Officials said 3 other service members were injured in the attack, during which the gunman was engaged and killed. Syria's state news said 2 Syrian service personnel were also injured.
If I could,
please.
You know, this is another sad story for so many reasons, but especially this one is that this is now this is ISIS who have just killed 3 United States soldiers. And the problem is that the president of the United States is a coward.
Yikes.
And he will only attack someone who he believes he can easily defeat. And I would be shocked if Donald Trump does anything to ISIS, because Donald Trump never attacks someone that he believes can fight back. He'll never do anything if he thinks he's going to lose a battle.
That's right.
It is not who he is. He has to win everything. He can't risk anything at all. So now let's see if he treats ISIS the way he treats the Somalians or Venezuelans. Let's see if he'll go into the Middle East and fight a war because they have killed 3 United States service members. Killed them. So now let's see if he shows the same courage that he shows to fishing boats in Venezuela. I'd be very curious to find out, sir.
God, heavy, man. And listen, and that was bound to happen anyway, because once again, if you go killing other people, eventually they'll start killing you. You know what I mean? It's just you know, they went over there and overthrew that whole government over there in Syria. That place has been in turmoil ever since. Now, those people that they overthrew, Assad and them, are now fighting back and trying to take the country back. And Assad fled to Russia, so you don't know what help they're getting from Russia. And so now that whole area is in a mess and turmoil. And so, of course, you know what I mean, if you send soldiers over there, they're going to fall into them different situations. And before you know it, few of them are going to be killed. So,
you know, I had a question. I want to ask a question, sir. Did they say ISIS did this?
I think they claiming it was ISIS, right, Udiah?
They claiming ISIS? Now, hold on, gentlemen. When they was over there in Iraq, Afghanistan, didn't they have all them cats locked up in Guantanamo Bay?
Tons of them. I know that much.
Now, they let a lot of them go. Mm-hmm. A lot of them running that country called Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, how you having a problem with these cats? And at one time, you had them all locked up. Now, here we go back again with a problem with the same cats again. What's the point of the war then? Why you even go over there? A lot of veterans say this here, that war was useless. What are you even fighting for?
20 years.
You understand? What's the whole point of being over there? You ain't gained nothing. They waited you out and went back and got back in power. It's ridiculous. So that's all.
20 years. 20 years for the Afghanistanians, for the Taliban to go right back to business as long as they kept that dope flowing. Mm-hmm. Like the dope, the Taliban cut the dope off. That's right. Which was a no-no to the CIA. Like, what do you mean you cutting the dope off? And so they fought that war 20 years. And the minute the Taliban said, all right, enough, we'll sell the dope. And they said, all right, we leaving the country. We out. And that was that. Now they back to selling all the opium to half the world. So that's it. Come on, you. Good, you done.
Conor McCon. Insecure.
Before you go there, let me just break in a little bit. I just want to say to everybody, man, congratulations to all the camps that held down the Hanukkah this year. Y'all did an amazing job. And the footage was incredible. The footage online hit all over the place, man. It was so wonderful to see brothers and sisters, even though we don't get to really see each other many times, sometimes once a year at the Passover. It was particularly beautiful to see brothers and sisters online, see them enjoying themselves. Some of y'all are just super bad with them garments, man. Them garments, man, y'all got Passover garments on Hanukkah. Like, I'm like, whoa, they not playing. Colors and flavors and styles unmatched. You understand? And it was absolutely amazing to see. And it was important for the world to see y'all good works. It was important for the world to know and understand that this is something that comes from the Lord and that we serve the Most High. And righteousness is what we seek. And it was beautiful. It was strong. It was plentiful. And it was a good and great thing to see, man. Warmed my heart personally to see such a great work being done by the hand of the Most High in this truth and by the hand of so many great men, some of which are even in this room, to do such a great job. Big shout out to everybody on that, man. It was beautiful. Salaki, yo. I just want to make a little quick general run. All right. Mm-hmm.
Trump official claims the DOJ has targeted whites for 50 years, and her next move leaves critics calling it a dangerous power grab.
Keep going.
Conor McCon, Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon has touched off a political firestorm after insisting the real victims of the civil rights abuses in America are white people.
Damn.
I believe there's video. Am I wrong?
Huh?
Damn. Now this, and you know what? That's one thing Donald Trump has been very good for. Is Donald Trump makes the racists free to say what's really on their mind. And brother, when they say what's on their mind, it has an impact. Let's check her out. It really lets you know the world you live in.
White House and the president's executive orders. And so we're still going to enforce all of these laws, but through a different lens than what you've been doing. So please put your pencils down, make sure that the work that you're doing is consistent with this direction. And if it isn't, we're going to need to change it. And you may recall that at the same time, the Doge folks working with OMB had offered severance packages to government officials who perhaps wanted to use this opportunity to go do something else with their lives. So in the case of DOJ folks, they were offered 5-month packages, just, for your average lawyer with some tenure there, it's a 6-figure lump sum. So more than half the lawyers in the Civil Rights Division reacted to these memos by quitting.
Right.
And
that was what, about 400 of them?
Well, there were over 400 lawyers, so more than 200 quit.
Right.
And then since that time, another close to 100 have quit. I mean, it's like not quite 75%, but maybe approaching 70% have quit. And they did it in phases. And I think there was some denial and, they had crying sessions together.
Did you hear what she just said? 300 lawyers.
400.
Well, it was 400, but 200 left, then another 100 over time. So 300 lawyers who were civil rights lawyers, meaning you got a civil rights case on one of them jobs or whatever the case might be. Those were the lawyers that you got to come join. But these rotten bastards turned around and put the whole vibe out like, if you ain't with Trump's agenda, it's best you pack up and go. And they got all them lawyers to leave because that was what they was going to do to them anyway. And so they said, you might as well take this money and get the hell up out of here because otherwise it's going to be an impossible environment to work on. How you going to be in an environment, you working in an environment where you fighting for civil rights, but you really can't fight for civil rights because the people you work for are fighting to be racist towards you. Like, it makes no sense. So that's why they got the hell up out of there. But it shows you what the agenda is with them. And let me add something else. What is her name? Does it say who? She does not look all white.
And
this is not the woman that did it. This is someone reporting.
Oh, she's reporting on it. Oh, okay, I got you. I thought she was the one that organized and put it forth. Let's get some more if we could real quick, you die before we run out of time. Salaki, you were saying something, Mayak? I apologize. General, you there?
General. Live, sir.
No sweat. Go ahead, Marah.
And they had
because you asked them to obey the law and just follow what the democratically elected president's priorities were.
And frankly, it was shocking to them. They had unhappy hours, things like that. It was like a lot of drama and hand wringing. And they have a support group outside and a spokesperson who constantly goes on MSNBC and trashes me and what we're doing.
No, I think she's doing it. No, she said thrashing me and what we're doing.
And then
that did sound like
it sounds like she might be. She's the one doing it. That's a real vicious Nazi right there. And she get rid of 300 lawyers like it's nothing. You know what I mean? And joke about it like, who cares? Like, she about exterminating blacks and Latinos out of this system as fast as she possibly can. And boy, we're going to learn a lesson from this now. We're going to learn that we are to let nobody put us in slavery ever again. And we are to fight to the last man to make sure we don't get conquered ever again after this. We're going to hold up. That's why the scripture said Christ's kingdom shall last forever and ever and ever. Because once we get into this kingdom with Christ, we ain't never going to let anybody invade us. Anybody even think about trying to invade us out. We're going to wipe them the hell out off the face of the earth. We're gonna wipe out their bloodline out. We're going to wipe out their whole existence. They're going to be like the Hittites. You're going to read about them in a book because we are not going to allow anybody, once we get to this kingdom, to overthrow us and put us back into captivity ever again. That's why these words of this law are going to be written on our heart. In our heart, we're going to have these laws because we're going to know that we had abandoned these laws and suffered horrific slaveries over the time. 12,000 years of falling into slavery, climbing the way out, falling back in it, climbing the way out. Next heathen deciding to overthrow us, climbing the way out. This is the end. This is the last one. After this, we go into the kingdom. We're gonna bring in all the wealth of every nation. Every nation is going to be underneath the foot of Christ, and all the wealth and power will be in our hand. Right now, I don't know if y'all heard, but over the weekend, right now, they had an emergency on silver. You know, silver's needed for the phones. And so they had an emergency with silver, a run on silver across the world. Do you know the executives of Samsung and Apple got on a plane from China and flew all the way to Mexico? Mexico, what a lot of people don't know, is one of the highest mining areas for silver. They flew into China on G5 jets or G6s or whatever they are, and was over there begging the Mexicans to sell them silver. And one of the reasons was they went to England to buy, usually that's how they buy it. They buy it to England. England will ship it and send it to them. They went to England, and England said, we don't got it no more. We out. Meaning England is hoarding it for themselves. So now all the resources are starting to get sucked into these nations, and the nations are holding those resources, which is going to damage the economy like you've never seen before. And those are the things that's going to happen that's going to help bring it down, and also going to raise Christ's kingdom, because we're going to go gather all of it up. All the silver everywhere. Every nation going to be put into poverty under Christ. Everybody, all the metal, whatever it is. Give me that scripture, you die. Y'all know that scripture I've been talking about, where it said we shall gather like 10 gold, like it was 10. You know that one I'm talking about? Like, give me that scripture real quick. And the one that say the gates shall stay open day and night. Because really, this is what this is about. This is about the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven will be brought forth in this earth. And it's about time. Everything that's gone on have proven that without Christ's kingdom, you cannot order a kingdom right, man. You can't order sustainability of life on this planet. That's why Elon Musk and the rest of them thieves are talking about they want to get off the planet. They want to colonize other planets. They want to colonize them planets to get away from this planet, because the greedy have gobbled up all the resources. And now they want to go to another planet and gobble up the resources on that planet. But I got bad news for them. They won't be able to do any of that. We're going to gather up all the resources on this planet. We're going to bring them back to Christ and lay them before his feet. You die. Hit me when you're ready.
Khan, sir. Ecclesiasticus chapter 47 and verse 18. By the name of the Lord God, which is called the Lord God of Israel, thou didst gather gold as tin.
Go ahead.
And didst multiply silver as lead.
Okay. That's it. Okay. Like we're going to gather everything up. So much so, I don't know if that's the one. That's a good one, though. It's a real good one. I think that's a new one. Try that one. Let's see that. Add that to the game.
Zechariah 14 and verse 14. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem.
Right. This is the end he's talking about. Good one. This is the end he's talking about. He said in the end, Judah, the so-called Negro, he going to fight at Jerusalem. He going to battle to make sure that this kingdom of Christ comes in. And that's what you're supposed to battle for. Not physically go out and battle, but spiritually you're supposed to be raising up them 12 tribes and bringing them back to the Father. That's what this is about. This is about the kingdom that was promised 5,000 years ago to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and how it will be brought in and settle this earth into the place it's supposed to be forever. Go ahead, Ak.
Come. And the wealth of all the heathen.
And the what?
And the wealth of all the heathen.
And the wealth of all the heathen. Starting with the white man, because he got the most. All these heathens, brother, are going to bring all their wealth back to blacks and Latinos. I know it don't seem possible now, but brother, that day is going to come. That day is going to come just like they put us in fear, just like you couldn't go out your house, just like you scared every time you get pulled over by the cops, just like you worrying about an ICE agent arresting you and taking you somewhere. In that day, they're going to have that fear. Why? Because they're going to know Christ is coming. They had a tape out. Somebody had a tape out this week. Big shout out to whoever put this tape out. One of the brothers put this tape out. This white woman was explaining why white people fear black people rising. They said because of all that we did to them. Mm-hmm. Did y'all see that? Anybody see that tape this week? It came up in my feed. I wish I should have saved it. This white woman got on the internet, brother, and was explaining that we are afraid of you black people rising because we know what we did to you, all that we did. And listen, we don't even know half the stuff they did to us. Not yet anyway. But they're scared to death that you're going to rise up and step over them and be in charge. Here's the problem. The problem is Christ prophesied it and they know it. They know it's going to happen. And that's why they're doing everything they can to try and destroy it. They know it's going to happen. Read on real quick, you diet. I'm going to take 2 scriptures from you. That one and the other one with the gates open day and night. Go ahead. Finish that one.
Come, sir. Zechariah 14:14 in the middle. Round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver.
Gold and silver. All of it is going back to Christ. Go ahead.
From
every heathen, to the farthest corner of the planet, to the mud huts. If he got a nugget of gold down in a mud hut, he gonna have to give that gold up. Read on.
And apparel in great abundance.
And apparel in great abundance. All the fabric, the beauty, everything excellent is going to Christ. They trying to build it for themselves. You can't do it. You're gonna lose. You can't beat the Lord. You think you can, but them demons you worship, you'll never beat the Most High. Give me some more. Oh, you found it?
Come.
Oh, man, we're going to play it as soon as you finish this scripture. Tune it up, Marab, if you could. Go ahead, you died. Finish this scripture. Then I'm going to play the video, and then I'm going to go to the other one. Y'all jump in anytime.
Come. Verse 15. And so shall be the plague of the horse of the mule.
That's right. The plague of the horse and the mule. Meaning this horse and this mule, his plague, is going to be that he got to carry all his gold and silver back to Christ's kingdom. This is going to be like a plague to him. The mule going to be like, God damn, y'all working me to death, man. This is a plague on me that I got to bring all this wealth back to Christ. Go ahead, Op.
Khan, sir. Of the camel and of the ass and of the beast that shall be in these tents as displayed.
Damn, every beast that's in these tents, man, it's going to be a burden, huh? They're going to be upset that they got to carry so much wealth back to Christ's kingdom. Go ahead, a black man. Go ahead.
You
got more on it?
Verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem.
And this is why I say that is left, because this is after the nuclear war. That's why. All the nations that's left, the few of them that are left still around. Go ahead. That came against Jerusalem, meaning came against God's chosen people, okay? And literally fought against the land of Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Khan. Which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the king.
They're going to come year to year to bring Christ all that tribute. You're going to see, brother, you're going to see a Passover like you have never seen before. Could you imagine a Passover where every nation comes bringing all their tribute, their tithes, everything once a year, Christ sitting up on the throne, all his top men all around him, their wives looking absolute. The Lord said he's going to make Eve look like a palace, okay? Like a palace. So she's going to be filled with diamonds and gold and silver and interwoven garments. They're going to swear y'all aliens. They're going to say they not really people. They want you to believe they men, but they really aliens. They're going to do like they do with them now because they got technology and building all kind of technology. So what do people say? It was an alien. They aliens. They thinking they aliens. Well, guess what? They're going to definitely think Christ and his disciples and his people, they're going to swear aliens live in Jerusalem, brother. Okay, that's how much power that you're going to be sitting on. Go ahead, you die.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and we'll start at verse 10. And the sons of the stranger shall build up thy walls.
Right, the sons of the stranger shall build thy wall, meaning they're going to be coming from far to build this wall, bring this nation back. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And their kings shall minister unto thee.
Their kings going to be your servant, just like they did to us. They doing that to us. Y'all kings, y'all princes, y'all princesses. You better look at them garments them brothers putting on. That come out of the fourth dimension. Ain't nobody gave us blueprints for these garments. Who the hell gave us? What white man? Louis Vuitton ain't designed this shit.
That's right.
Okay.
You taking from it.
Gucci ain't get none of this.
That's right.
We designed this. Black people designed this. West Indians, Latinos, they designed these garments, man. Okay? So you know what it is. Come on with it. You die, please.
Khan, sir.
I'm gonna get up off it. Just 2 seconds. Come on.
Khan, sir. For in my wrath I smote thee.
Khan.
But in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Like the Most High is a terrible power. They call him the terrible power. Like he said, in my wrath, he pissed me off. I beat your ass. And he did. He beat our ass. He said, but in my mercy, I hooked y'all niggas up. That's what he said. That's layman terms on that scripture. I know I beat your ass, but brother, when I get ready to hook you up, it's going to be like you ain't never seen before. And that's exactly what the Lord going to do for us. That's why I don't even care about what they doing. Who cares what they building up and all that? I love to watch the war because I want to see it jump off. But brother, at the end of all of it, they going to pay tribute year to year to Jerusalem. They're going to serve Yahushua. Go ahead,
Khan, verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
Like you ain't gonna be able to close the gates of Jerusalem. It's gonna be 3 a.m. You're gonna be like, man, close the gates. Let a nigga get some sleep. Nah, man, we can't close the gate. You don't see the line? All these trucks trying to come in here, the mules, the donkeys, everything trying to bring all this gold up in here. Man, we can't close the gate. Christ said, leave it open, man. We just got to, keep on till it all come in. They're going to be trying to bring everything because they ain't going to want us to turn around and go over there and see they done held out. You hold out, it might be hell on you in the day of Christ's kingdom. Come on, give me more.
Khan, sir. They shall not be shut day nor night.
Day or night. Come on.
That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
The forces, meaning everything that made them strong. That's what it means when they say the forces of the Gentiles. Whatever you see these nations got that make them strong, you better make some room in your backyard. You better make some room. Brothers gonna come to you and say, listen, man, we need to use your backyard. We got so much stuff for Christ. We need some places to put it. You'd be like, go ahead, brother, hook it up. That's what this is about. That's what that book was about. That's why God sent you that book. That's why he kept it here for you. That's why because he knew that in his mercy, he was going to give you everything. And by God, we're going to get it. We're going to destroy every religion, every nation, everything they got. They better get ready for the Lord because this thing is about to be over, man, in about a hot second. You got any more, you die? Come on, let me let you finish it. I'm going to get up off it.
Khan, sir. And that their kings may be brought for the nation and kingdom that will.
Wait a minute, don't jump over that. I can't. That's one of the best ones, that they kings might be brought. All them crimes that you did, all them generations, all the culture you stole. Oh, you better get ready for the judgment of the Most High. Because your king coming in handcuffs like you did to every black man that you dragged out of a car. Every Latino you dragged off with ICE. Your king, who you love and respect and honor, he's going in handcuffs to be brought before Christ for a judgment, man. That's what's getting ready to happen. Go ahead,
Khan, sir. That their kings may be brought for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee, shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
They're going to fear when you come. You say, man, I'm going down to Indonesia right quick, man. Bring my rib down to Indonesia. When they hear that you going to Indonesia, they're going to be afraid. You know why? Because they're going to have to serve you in whatever capacity you say. You ain't going down there like P. Diddy to try to sleep with little boys. You going down there to set righteousness in the earth. And when that time comes, they're going to be scared to death of you. And it's already starting. I'm going to play the video. That was it? You died? Oh, my goodness. Slocky. Give me the rest.
Con, sir. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
They're going to be, whew. Christ's going to bring a terror on this earth. You think these nations is tough and bad and got power and weapons and all that? You ain't seen power like you about to see. You ain't seen it. We didn't understand it till we walked out of Egypt and saw that ship sitting up over the top of us. Saw that ship sitting over there and saw it bring up a wall of fire to separate us from the Egyptians. Like, this is stuff you're going to have faith to believe in. If you ain't got faith, you'll never believe in this. This is a fairy tale to you. But these things happen in the earth. The proof has already been found. The prophecy's already carried out. Here you are in captivity. There they are in power. How could you believe it could not happen when it happened before your eyes? You're living in it right now. You might as well put your trust in the Most High so that you can come up out of it and start to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. Because what if he's right and you get that kingdom? Boy, you want to come before Christ and be able to say, yes, Lord, I did what you asked me to do. I went against myself. I sacrificed to do this thing. I am with you, Lord, because you want that goddamn crown, brother. And that crown, brother, you don't understand. This ain't just a gold crown. This is a crown that stays with you forever and ever, 1 billion years from now. You get born back into this earth, the crown going to be waiting for you. They're going to be like, yeah, man, the crown about 1 billion years. He don't really put it on his head no more. He just keep it in the cabinet. It's gold, so it don't rust or nothing. But he don't really be wearing it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like that in this kingdom, brother. And in this time. And in this righteousness. You got more, you die? That was it, sir. Most High in Christ. Damn right. Let's play the film, y'all. If we could. Because it's starting already. The fear is already here. Go ahead.
You know, I don't dislike black people or Chicano people or anyone because of their race or anything, but I know how they've been treated over the years, and I know they must hate us for that treatment, and I'm afraid of that hate. I know how they've been treated over the years, and I know they must hate us for that treatment, and I know how they've been treated over the years, and I know they must hate us for that treatment, and I know how they've been treated over the years, and I know they must hate us for that treatment, and I know how they've been treated over the years, and I know they must hate us for that treatment.
That Officer Tabawan?
I'm afraid of that hate.
Big shout out to Officer Tabawan, man.
You know,
that was heavy. Like that, she was just being honest. Right or wrong, gentlemen. She was just being honest. Like, you know what I mean? I know, and here's the thing that she don't know. Here's what's so amazing. She don't know how much we don't hate her for it. That's our problem. Like she knows you should be hating her for it. She know that. But our people are so right. This is why the Lord gonna come down so hard on these nations, because our people are so right that really, we don't really hate white people. We angry at them. We don't want to get pulled out of the car. You understand? We want to smoke a little weed, but we ain't angry at them like them Arabs. Them Arabs, they sitting at home at their dinner table saying, how are we going to kill these people? We don't do that. Our people don't do that. Our people, you leave us alone, you won't even hear from us. The problem is you can't leave us alone because just naturally we'll rise as a nation, and you don't want that. You understand? But as far as us being angry, we're nowhere near angry enough that how we should be. You done burnt our cities down. You done ran highways through cities we lived in, destroyed us with programs like mass incarceration, poured drugs, openly said it, poured drugs down into our ghettos, had us enslaved, more than slavery, way more. All the things that we don't even know about that you did to us. I watched a video this week about how they destroyed 100 farmers systematically. Y'all saw that? It was insane. They systematically destroyed 100 farmers, assassinated them in their bed, and nobody ever knew about it. And all these farmers is dead. They took all their land. They did the same with the oil. They was assassinating the tribe of I.S.U.P.K, killing them off on the land, taking their land. Like, they have done so much evil, many of which we have no idea. And so that's why they could never come to the conclusion in their mind, we're going to just try to work with them, because they know that the hatred and what they've done to us warrants hatred, warrants it on another level, even though we don't have it. And guess what? It don't matter if you don't have it, because the Lord is just. You don't have to even sweat it. I wish you would care more for your nation, but hey, the Lord gonna bring the judgment, not you. And so you can sit up there in la la land all you want. The judgment is coming, whether you know it or not, accept it or not, or want it to even come. Is going to creep up all around you. It's happening already. They just brought jets into Venezuela. I think you holding that story. Am I right? Let me let him get to the story. Let me show you the world that you don't want to face every day. Salakia, y'all. I yield my Salakia, y'all. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Venezuela says Trump wants his oil. Venezuela leader Nicolas Maduro says escalating pressure from the United States comes to one thing. Washington wants to grab the South American nation's vast oil reserves.
Which is, I mean, this is what they do. They disguise it as all kind of other things. But you know what you learn? And this is something that you really learn from Donald Trump. And this is why the Bible is so valuable. Let me tell you what you can learn from Donald Trump. You can learn that nothing has changed in 5,000 years. The same reason when you, first of all, if you open up the Bible and you read why these other nations were fighting each other. Let me tell you, if I could, I know I'm sidebarring and flipping a little bit, but let me throw this at you. Most Christians don't know or understand the Old Testament. They don't even read it. At one point, they was publishing just the New Testament. And here's why. Because they don't understand why all this was going on between these nations, because they thought they was living in a loving nation. But come to find out under Donald Trump, we find out that exactly why those nations were going to war in the past, taking over other people's land, conquering them, enslaving them, taking their resources, is exactly what these nations are doing today. They just make it look fancy, make it look like they got just cause, make it look like they're righteous in what they're doing, when all it is he got these resources. It look like we can get them. Let's go take it. Let's go rob him. That's all it is. It's no different than drug dealers on every corner. It's no different than every nation fighting each other. Same thing, same principle, same warfare. And as a result, at least Donald Trump, he's so transparent because he's so dumb. And he's so transparent that you could actually see the reasons that they're doing the things that they do. And because of that, guess what? You can relate it to the Bible and understand exactly what went on in the past. And you would understand the Old Testament. And you would also understand what's getting ready to happen next. I yield. Y'all got it. Salah. Damn right.
You died.
Going to F you up. Ohio deputy pummels and tasers black man who ran red light as he screams for help. Body camera video shows.
We got the film.
Come on, sir. It was after midnight when Kevin Kynes was pulled over for running a red light in downtown Cleveland by Cuyahoga County Sheriff's deputy who pulled out his gun and threatened to shoot the 48-year-old black man.
48? Come on, man. Go ahead.
Khan, before punching and tasering him several times.
Punching him and tasering him several times.
Come.
And see, let me tell you something, Mark. They made it a culture to abuse us, which is why they're so easily able to get people to abuse the Mexicans. They're able to abuse the Mexicans because it's been all over the news and TV on how they abuse us. And so it just translates on over. And they do the same thing. They want that culture for every dark nation. Eventually, they'll start doing it with Arabs and the Africans and all that. But the Arabs and Africans were not slaves. So they're going to react differently. See, a slave will react with peace because he's been a slave. The Lord said, have we been a home-born slave? Yes. We're a slave born in captivity. All we know is captivity. All we do is behave as though somebody's been in captivity. But those other nations come from across the world. They didn't live in captivity. They lived in the dignity of their country till America starved it to death. So when they get pulled over, their reactions will be very different, if they even pull them over. Because what's happening to us is really psychological abuse. Let me yield, man. I'm on this. I think the caffeine getting me.
It's like you said. It's like you said earlier, General. You said.
I'm sorry. What you say? I'm sorry.
It's like you said earlier. Some of us are allowed. Some people are allowed to be abused. Like the Jewish people, they scream anti-Semitism, and the world hears them. And they say we can't accept anti-Semitism in any of its ugly forms, and they fight against that. But nobody, we yell Black Lives Matter, trying to stir up an anti-blackness movement. You can't be anti-blackness. How come we can't fight anti-blackness or anti-Hispanic in every form, every one of its ugly forms? Because we are the people that the world is allowed to hate. They get more money off of hating us than they do for helping us. I yield, sir.
You so right, Al. You so right. You just inspired me, my. Somebody got to get me a Latino Lives Matter t-shirt. What the hell? I don't know what I've been waiting on. I want a Latinos Lives Matter. In fact, I want a sweat hood. You know what I mean? Latinos Lives Matter. I pays my bills, so come on with it. Give me all the goodies down the sleeves. I want the whole trim. Latino Lives Matter. Let's make it happen, y'all. Damn, I don't know why we ain't been had one. You know what I mean? Let's do it. All right, that was heavy, my. You just inspired that sweat hood. Let's get it in. Go ahead, General.
No, I yield, sir. I'm done. You can go ahead. You're done.
It's her. She's on it.
Come.
I'm sorry, my. Please go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you
off. I was done, General. I was done.
Salakia, General. Salakia. Like what you said is right. Like they think that, you know, like why we can't translate that over to why we can't speak up for our brothers and our Latino brothers. Why is that got to be a block for that to happen? But meanwhile, the other nations, like you said, that so-called Jew crime. Listen, they said that they're going to spend $90 million a year just on propagandizing the world to love Israel again. 90 million a year. So how much are they spending for the world to propagandize against us? Good night. They're going to spend $90 million to make everybody love them, but ain't no money going to make the world love us. Instead, it's going to make the world hate us, which is ridiculous, man. All right. So you what you saying, Mayak, is right. Listen, Latino Lives Matter, y'all. Let's get on that. All right. Come on.
Also, sir, please. Sir, too. I have another video. This just happened today.
Oh, yeah.
This is a sister, Sharab Bunyamyan. Give her a hand, Sharab Bunyamyan. She's a sister. She's in a courtship or no, Haas?
Yes, she is, sir.
She's in a courtship right now with the brother down there in Dallas, Texas. Give him a hand. Shad Ya'ala.
Yes, sir.
Excellent stalwart of the truth. She was in Minnesota. This happened today, I believe, or yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, ICE agents are now invading Minnesota. And right in her neighborhood, ICE agents went and attacked a woman who was pregnant, a pregnant Latino woman. And they put their knee in her back, just like George Floyd.
While she's on the ground.
While she's on the ground pregnant. And everyone in the community came out, and the sister came out to stop the ICE agents. Now, she told me to tell you that she knows that we don't want her getting involved in things like this.
Don't do that again.
She made sure to mention that. So I'm telling you what she said. She knows we don't want her involved in that.
Shadiala, get that together. And listen, and big shout out to Shadiala and all the brothers in Dallas. I saw their I didn't mean to divert, but real quick, I saw their Hanukkah tape, man. And brother, it warmed my heart to see y'all break that ground and put that school back on the map. Y'all know what y'all went through down there to fight to get that school up. Big shout out to General Haza Young, Captain Kahuntham Yard, all the brothers that participated to get them back up. They was back up and rolling, and y'all look beautiful out there, man. But, you know, teach your ribs, you know what I'm saying? Can't be swinging on the ICE agents, you know what I'm saying? We handle that business, all right? So
I'm gonna send it over to Marab one more time.
Oh, okay, come.
So right here, Marab, boom, right? Kablang. There it again. So now, and the ICE agents pull the gun on her and put the gun in her face.
Damn.
To get her away from trying to rescue this pregnant Latina sister who was on the ground.
And I heard the people shouting, she need medical attention.
Forget about
the way they handled her. One cat was tasing a pregnant woman. You tasing her, you could electrocute that baby. Like, these cats are animals. You hear me? And may the Most High bring the judgment on them for this. How you gonna do that to a sister, man? Damn you, man. Go ahead, man.
So I believe Mirage should have this came out in the news while we're in this show tonight. This came on the Minnesota news. It should say what channel in Minnesota, but this is local news in Minnesota just a couple of hours ago or an hour ago. Please, Mirage. You can start it from the beginning. The sister is going to come up on the screen. You'll see her. I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah, sound like he was arresting him for just questioning them.
Now remember,
and these are Nazis, man. This ain't just some regular guy they hired. These are Nazis, man. They want to make America a nation for white people because they've used you. Like, they expect to act absolutely cruel, and nobody should react. Everybody should be a good citizen and stand on the sidewalk while you beat a pregnant woman and almost kill her child, and nobody should even be upset. Shouldn't be no protest. Shouldn't be anything. That's how they think, man. It's so evil. It's so evil. And damn all you preachers that say God love everybody. You brothers is wrong. All you sissies sitting up in them churches that try to anesthetize us from speaking the truth about what's going on out here. Damn you. Damn you. Because look at them turn on us now. Damn you, and we should never listen to you again. Because look what happened to us now from listening to you.
Right, like the Bible says, Ezekiel 13th chapter, that our so-called leaders didn't prepare us for this battle.
None of that.
And the day of the battle's upon us, and you ain't prepared us, man. This fall in the hand of our political leaders. Them cats y'all voted in the office, cats you go to church and listen to every Sunday, give them all your goddamn money. It falls on their shoulders, man. And they not preparing us for the day of the battle. Which is why they can come to the ghetto and do what they're doing right now. There's no fear, no repercussion for nothing they're doing. And you got cops saying this. It's recorded on YouTube. Police lieutenants, captains saying you can do whatever you want to black people because there's no recourse about doing anything to them. They know that, except for one thing. We got a power in heaven that's going to defend us. When y'all start having natural disasters, things start happening to you, know that that's God doing it to you because of what you're doing to us.
Yes.
Know that. We ain't got to be like the Muslims and strap bombs to ourselves and blow things up. We ain't got to do that.
Nope.
All we got to do is follow the Lord's commandments and wake up more brothers and sisters to do the same. And you have things happen to you that's going to bring you to your knees because it's come from the God in heaven for what you're doing to his children. Now, you can say be crazy, it ain't going to happen. Mark our words. It's going to happen to you because of what you're doing to us, man.
Damn right. Give it up.
And if I can piggyback on you, Haas, this is what the world going to learn, man. And this is what we've been teaching since 1969. Our God is alive. We got a living God. Our God ain't no rock in Mecca. Our God ain't no statue on a cross. Our God ain't no inanimate object. Our God is alive and living, and He sees everything and controls everything. And like you said, they can hurt us and think they're getting away with it all they want. They can abuse us and run around and fly us out the country and arrest us and beat our women and beat our children. And we ain't got no power to stop them. They got the guns and the missiles and everything, put us into prison and all that. But we do have a God that's alive, with an army in heaven that's alive, and that is just going to mutilate these people. And like General Hodges just brought out, all your mass shootings and all the destructions and the things you go through, you know, your fires killing a lot of you, you know what I'm saying? All the things that's happening to you is happening because we got a God that's real and loves His children. And although He punishing us because we've been bad and He didn't spank us like any good father would, He still loves us more than anything. And He's going to have mercy on us. And said when His mercy comes, He going to destroy everything in front of us, man. Everything in front of us. And if I can, while I can, I know I mentioned this to you, Commander Johnny Yohanna. In this season that we living in, this holiday season, General Hyman brought some of it out in his class. The depression. Can you hear me, sir? The depression.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
The depression that's going on during this holiday season. I spoke.
Still shots good. Go ahead, Maya.
I spoke with a nurse. I was calling to.
I'm sorry.
I spoke.
We had
no problem.
Difficult. Go ahead. Take it. Go ahead. Maya.
Can you hear me though? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good. We got you up. We rock.
No sweat. No sweat. No sweat. I spoke to a nurse a couple of weeks ago. Right. I was telling Commander Jimmy Hahn, and she's a nurse that deals with organs, pulling organs out of people, right? And she said something to me. It didn't shock me what she said, but it shocked me how cool she said. She said, this is the holiday season. There's a lot more drivers on the road. There's a lot more depression. My business is booming. You understand? She said, it was like this because she understood. And in real time, in real life, she was the proof that during these holiday seasons, while you singing and you look at the lights and the trees and the decorations and the Mariah Carey Christmas and the Let It Snows and the Temptations Christmas and all of the cartoons about Christmas and the Thanksgiving turkey on sale and our slave master give us off and we can get with family. And it feels like a fun time during these holidays, the holiday spirit that we learned since we were children. It was fun, the family and the feeling. But remember, God said in the Bible through Paul, no marvel that Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So all that singing and feeling good and all that, lo and behold, it is all satanic. And the holiday spirit is full of death. The nurse confirmed it to me that they know it. They know this holiday season is full of death. And they're going to get a lot of bodies and make a lot of money off of organs because it's the time of death. No matter how much you celebrate, you only feel good. You grown as hell. You feel good about a Christmas tree. Why? Because you're trying to remember them childhood moments that made you feel good that we all was taught when we was children. But this is an evil, evil, satanic time. Thanksgiving comes from murder. Christmas comes from murder. Damn near all of your pagan holidays come from some form of murder or orgies and nastiness and mess and blood involved. It's all evil. And we just feel good about it. Why? Because Satan done tricked us all and made us think the satanic demon spirit that you think you see on TV with the ghoulies and Dracula. No, that ain't it. It ain't the witch with the pop. You understand? With the mole on her nose. It is white people in America, man. Our oppressor is the witch. And then put his witchcraft on us to make us love a satanic time and a satanic spirit like it was of God. I yield, sir.
Damn right, General. Damn right. You ain't say nothing but the absolute truth, You know, man. I think we done, right? Oh, you want to bring it? No, go ahead. Play the tape. Go ahead. Please, let's play it. No, let's do it.
Please, Mara.
Look. And pause it for 1 second. Now, you see how evil that propaganda was? She gonna turn around and say, as law enforcement tried to keep the peace, when you threw that woman on the ground pregnant, you was breaking the peace. That's why they raised up, because you broke the peace. But meanwhile, you go and spin it on the local news and say they tried to keep the peace. They caused the peace to be taken away. But you're going to blame us for it. Once again, all these lies are and hypocrisy. Muhammad, you said something to me one day. You unlocked some shit in my brain, brother, like I ain't never seen before. One day you said, I don't know if you remember this. This was not too long ago. You said the whole problem with Esau is you just got to look at his hypocrisy. You remember that? When you told me that, I said, damn, you're right. That he is such a hypocrite that if you just look at his hypocrisy, you're going to see so much evil that he does. And that's exactly, and I ain't been able to turn it off. That's the thing. I ain't been able to turn it back off. Like I see it everywhere now. Every time I wake up, it's like, that's a lie. This is hypocrisy. This is a game. This is propaganda everywhere. Because that is so true. So true. Salakia, go on and finish playing it out.
General, I don't know if y'all hear it, but it's no sound.
And screaming. We made our way to the center of the crowd and found a woman being held face down.
The sound just came in.
It's up there now.
On the ground. People were screaming to let her go.
We kept yelling, she's pregnant, she's pregnant, she's pregnant. They put their knees in her and we kept telling them, she can't breathe, let her up, let her up.
In the chaos, the woman who was handcuffed was suddenly being dragged by one arm as the angry crowd threw snowballs and screamed at the federal agents.
We first heard this raid before we saw it. You could hear people whistling. A lot of people around here have whistled.
The angry crowd threw snowballs and screamed at the federal agents.
We first heard this raid before we saw it. We could hear people whistling.
In the back
a lot of people around here have whistles that apparently is what people are carrying.
You deserve this snowball.
In South Minneapolis.
I'm saying for nobody to go out there and do it. I think it's illegal.
Residents, people who heard the sound from Lake Street just 2 blocks away began gathering.
2 blocks
so did local
away,
law enforcement. We saw 2 Minneapolis police officers and a number of Hennepin County Sheriff's deputies arrive on the scene. At one point, it looked like a federal agent was pushed to the ground.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what I see right now. In our city, our neighborhood, you know. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of war going on.
As ICE began using pepper spray, some people needed help clearing.
Pause it again. See, this is the problem. That was a heathen, by the way. And what you don't see is, see how they don't bring out the issue. They bring out us like a war zone. It's a war zone because what he should have said is, it's a war zone out here because ICE agents were cruel like animal catchers when they put this woman on the ground pregnant and put their knee in her back and tried to tase her while she was pregnant. That's what they should have told her. Go ahead, Oxalakia.
In their eyes as the confrontations continued, one man who had appeared to be observing was suddenly on the ground as the crowd kept chanting at the officers to let him go. We saw one federal officer tasing another observer. DFL State Representative Aisha Gomez was there.
Well, so an ICE agent is now shooting at this crowd with pepper bullets, we think. These are just like, look, everybody's coughing. You can see this is escalatory, right? So we all just had chemical munitions used against us by federal agents, including you as part of the press, right? So this is what we're facing in the streets of Minneapolis right now, is a full-on federal invasion.
The white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. Hey, let me give a shout out
Damn
to
right.
Hey Makwalat, Tyree 9958, priest and officer Hawar. Big shout out to you up here in Philly. Who else I got in here? Manabaf, my sister Yahweh up in the building. holding it down. Mashak Yahawada, big shout out to you, Mashak. I got my polite. Kazakwa now, big shout out to you, sis, holding it down. DeVale Thornton, you know how you do it right all the time, warrior. Big shout out to you. Natty P213 up in the building. Priest Hazahab up in New York City, holding it down. He said ICE enters New York City shelters armed and without judicial warrants. Reports show by Arya Sundaran 16 hours ago. Anybody want to go check that out? It's ridiculous. Worthy Joshua, big shout out to you. Nazama Mana, Salaki, if I got it wrong, big shout out to you as well. Who else I got up here in the building? Jacob Brown, big shout out to you. Taylor Prince, big shout out to you up in the building, man. Who else is in there? Rashad Kokomo, what's going on, sis? I know I got her wrong tonight. I'm Salaki, sis. I always get you wrong. Big shout out to you. Always. West Philly for life, 1992, always holding it down with us up in here. Who else did I get? Did I get Ariel? Big shout out to you as well. Who else? DeVale, Taylor, I got most of you. Your Pasha, y'all holding it down. Big shout out to you. Gresha Brown, big shout out to you. Israel UPK, big shout out to you. I think I got most of you up in the building, man. Hey, man, we do it up live. Heavy hitters in the building with me. General Muhammad, give it up. General Maka Allah, give it up. General Hazayan, give it up. You understand the dynamic four holding us down. Officer Marah, Officer Yadiah, Officer Ibad Hayah, Officer Matham Yard up in the building, and all of you. Thank the Most High that He's given us our records. We returned it. The kingdom is on its way. Big shout out to all Israel for this Hanukkah, man. Shalom, fam. See y'all next time.
That's right.
Nico says she want to bow down, kiss the boots of the men of the Lord.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Most High in Christ will give Isaiah 49:23.
They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth. And
so you got to bow down on the ground.
Yes, sir.
Let's make sure we can see. Can you show the angle? Okay, yeah.
Take a seat. Oh.
I'm right. Give him your hand. All right. And what should I do?
And lick up the dust of thy feet.
So imagine you got boots in front of your face right now.
Yes, sir.
We can't be there with you physically. So imagine that we there.
And lick up the dust of thy feet.
Man, Most High in Christ.
Slavery, we was the ones nursing.
Yeah, they were. Yep, I remember.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Go ahead,
I wasn't
son.
there, but I'm very much in tune with, with what happened.
Right. So this is what the scripture's saying.
They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth. And lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not.
You hear what it's saying, sis?
I hear.
You hear what it's saying?
I hear.
So like we did to your people, this is what's gonna happen to y'all. This is what your people. So I ask you to bow your head to the ground.
Okay.
Let me know when you do that.
Okay.
Did you do that? Your head to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so spiritually kiss. Let me hear you go like you kissing boots. Most High in Christ.
Because if you put it that way, that's not like it's nothing compared.
It's spiritual. It's a spiritual thing,
right?
Because we can't be physically standing in front of you right now,
right?
But you still did it, which shows that you show a little bit of regret for what your people did.
I
right or
wouldn't say a
wrong?
little bit. It's a lot.
Well,
Even before that.
a lot, because you did it a few times.
You're asking for forgiveness?
I mean, I've been sober for a long time, so.
So what do you want forgiveness from? What are you asking for forgiveness?
For what his people did to us.
That's what I wanted to hear him. Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Who are you asking for forgiveness and for what?
What am I asking forgiveness for?
Yes.
I ask forgiveness of past wrongdoings, past things that has been said, past decision making, and there's more to it. I'm just trying to think.
Not you personally. Not we ain't talking about personal things. We talking about the things that your people did to us.
Do you feel like you need to ask the Most High to forgive you, your ancestors, or for whatever?
I'm gonna put it this way, and I apologize for speaking over, but for me to, I don't want no type of forgiveness of whatever they did. I just want forgiveness on my end. Like, I don't give put it this way. Like, I don't really give a fuck about what the other white people be doing. I just give a fuck about myself and what my pack got going on in my tunnel vision.
Okay. Hold on, homie. That's what kind of where I was getting at. I know brothers was feeling like he was for asking for forgiveness, and it's my discernment tells me that you're really not. There's no need to accept whatever you're trying to do, because you know you don't feel sorrow for anything that's happened to us or our ancestors.
No, but he said he do.
But he just
He
said
heard me.
literally.
He heard me.
Okay, I know. I'm just saying what you just said out your mouth. You don't give a. You don't give a.
He say, she say type of thing. I'm not going for it.
I didn't know you were a she. I'm just saying what you just said. You just literally said verbatim, I don't give a F about what these other white people do. I'm only worried about what I do. Right? You don't need so you don't need to ask for forgiveness for what your ancestors did to put my people in chains. And do you care about that? What your ancestors did?
He say
I don't even know my ancestors, let alone my family. My family's spread apart. I'm my only person. My dad don't get like, put it this way. My mom don't check in on me. I blocked her a long time ago.